Hi everyone. So today I have an amazing video here which is basically a combination of LoRa which I think gives the perfect realistic blend to the images as well as less deformed hands. So what I am actually using is ultra real photo LoRa, and another is the Flux Coda. And don't worry, you will get the link of these particular LoRas here. Now this workflow is for the depth one. So I'm using the depth for 0.8 weight. And remember one thing, the ultra real photo LoRa basically has better hands. So the deformity of hands, which is very significant on other LoRas in Boreal and stuff like that, ultra real has very less, but it has that very yellowish tinge to it which looks kind of like amateur, and it cannot produce very well professional images. That is what I have noticed. Coda on the other hand has a very good a warm color grading which kind of complements the ultra real. It has better realistic textures, but it is not that amateur. It does not look that you have just taken it on a very low quality smartphone. So but the thing is that if you use Coda by yourself, so it generally tends to deform the hands. So this is the particular combination that I am using with ultra real and Coda. Coda is of slightly higher weight of 0.65, whereas the ultra real is 0.55. Now remember, you can tweak this a little bit. If you see that your hands are not perfect or fingers are missing or something like that, you can slightly reduce the Coda one. So you can do that. Now for this depth workflow, I already have a video on this, but I'll give the link in the description for the video as well as the complete workflow. So this is a very normal workflow. You can write a prompt, and with that you select two images. I have found these two random images, and because it's Christmas, so I chose that theme. So here you can see this is like a Christmas tree farm kind of background image. Here you can select the switches where either you choose the original or transparent background. If you select that, like the second one, so it will take this image and remove the background and just that. The third one is overlaid. So for the third, it does is that you can see it is removing the background and overlaying on the background image that we want, right? So this is it. And with that, we obviously have these two LoRas. I am using 1.5 megapixel. You can go up to 2. Don't exactly use 2. Use 1.98 or 99 if you want very high quality, because when you are using 2, I have seen sometimes you will get the edges a little bit weird. So that's the thing. Now here, everything, you don't need to change anything. Whatever you select here, like either original, transparent background or overlaid, you will find that the depth map is being created according to that. So it is taking this image and creating a depth map. The reason I like to put the flux depth LoRa at 0.8 is because I want a little bit of creativity for it to breathe. As you can see, we are actually changing the outfit, and sometimes the background and the foreground does not directly make sense. So how would you need to fill in like the floor or things like that. So here what it is doing is that you can see there is a creativity. It is not an actual farm. What it did is that it took these trees and put it in some kind of pots, you see. And even here you can see there is like a pot and there are gifts and everything. So I generally like that because not only just it takes the depth relevancy, it also takes improves it with its creativity. Like I do not want to take the background image directly and I generate another farm and this girl is standing in front of a farm. I do not want that. I want it to be a little bit creative. If you want it to be less flexible, you can increase this. So with that, you can see I have generated this particular image. The quality looks pretty good to me. And not only that, I actually have different examples as well. So this one is one of them. You can see that the quality is pretty good and it looks pretty real. Even the noise and everything, I have not added any. You can see in this workflow there is no extra noise, right? So here you can see there is some level of noise which I personally love. And even at 1.5 pixel, like there is no deformation of the artifacts or accessories here, and you can see everything looks pretty good in this one, right? The second one is more of I wanted to show the lighting. So you can see the lighting and everything looks pretty good here. The skin texture and everything, if you look very closely, you can see the texture of skin, so it kind of looks very good. Even here if you see. Now the third one is pretty interesting, because third one I have generated with the turbo LoRa included in this. So you see I have currently bypassed this LoRa stack, but if I activate it, what I generally do is that for this particular image, what I did, it was Flux LoRa with 0.75 weight, and I actually use 14. So for this one I used 14, and the reason for 14 or 15 is that I do not want it to reduce it to like 10 or 9, something like that, because I am not using the complete weight of 1. And why I am not doing that, turbo has a little bit of tendency, I have seen that the images come out with a little bit weird eyes. And to just fix that, I reduce the model weight a little bit and I increase a little bit of steps. So obviously 14 is way better than having 25 steps. It is still way faster, but you will get quality. So here you can see that if you compare the quality, it is not that different. It can be slightly reduced, but it is not that different. And the quality is good, the composition and the lighting is pretty good. It is not exactly like this lighting. This lighting looks pretty perfect, but it's still very good. And remember that you are reducing 10 or 11 steps. So this is the complete setting that I am using to create realistic images. These two LoRas, again the link will be in the description below. And also remember that you can also check out this particular video. I'll have the link in the description, and I have mentioned it in very detail how to use this workflow to get superimpose different kinds of foregrounds, backgrounds, and how to change the prompts to get what you want. Sometimes you want something very similar to this, you can see in this image. Sometimes you want to change a lot of it. You just want to keep the pose or the body style, but you want to completely change the outfit. So for that you have to reduce the depth LoRa, and you can get pretty much all of it. You can see here the outfit, and this outfit is pretty different. But then again, if you increase it to 1, then you would not get such creativity. So this was it for the video. And yes, another thing, the guidance, I have actually used 8 here. So when you are using instruct pix to pix conditioning in the depth one, always remember this is not normal guidance that you use 2.7, 2.8. So use higher. You can actually go up to 12. If you are not using the LoRas, I have seen that some images look very good with 12 as well. So remember this. In this, the guidance is 8. You can play it with around 7 to 12. And you will find that the images are pretty good. If it seems a little bit harsher, you can reduce the guidance. So that was it for this particular video. And if you have any kind of doubts or comments or anything like that, so put it in the comment section below and I'll try to reply as soon as I can. Thank you.